At the end of the day, it's all about freedom.
Thing that I talk about all the time is the war on drugs. To me, this was the single biggest issue, and as a response to, for whatever the reasons were, after the kind of hippie movement and all this stuff that was going on in the 60s and in the early 70s, this is when we have this policy. I make this point a lot, and I know I make it to the point that you probably all get tired of hearing it, but I just think it's so important. But we have this example of prohibition, this great piece of empirical evidence where we had a prohibition on alcohol. It gave rise to a dramatic increase in the murder rate, dramatic increase in the violent crime rate, and a dramatic increase in this gang warfare, gang violence problem. And then when we repealed the prohibition, this problem pretty much went away. And you have the exact same thing happen when you have the rise of the war on drugs. It's actually pretty amazing if you look at what like the black culture through the 70s. And I think toward the end of the 70s is when you start to see this gangster thing really coming out into the into the front. And then in the 80s, it kind of finds its way. And then in the 90s, really explodes. It almost perfectly parallels how hard we're fighting the war on drugs. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. It parallels the start of the war on drugs and then how hard we're fighting. Look at incarceration rates versus, violence and hip hop. It's pretty crazy.